Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. Quick update, a few things in the news that came within the last couple of days that I just didn't cover because I was just kind of taking a break. We have first an update to the Crucible limited time missions. So they are once again extending it following the data download that'll happen on Wednesday morning or Wednesday night, one of the two. And it's now extended out until October 28th, which is the technical start of the 3-year anniversary. Now, this really means nothing for most people except brand new players coming in. This is like the fourth or fifth time they've extended these missions. What I really would like them to do is just cut it off and then reset them. Like, they could have reset it 5 times now almost, and it would have been just a bunch of free crystals. New players would have still had access to them. In fact, they could have had more if they were like halfway through. And then older players would have a reason to grind Crucible again, because there's a lot of rewards in Crucible that can benefit still old players, and it's in this tab. Old players and new and old players. Gold hammers, high quality fangs, items, stuff like that. Forge materials, like all of this is still useful for any level of player. It's just that I would love to have those special limited time missions available again to make it extra sweet. So they are going to extend it. If you've already cleared it, it means nothing for you. It means that, congratulations, Corridor still exists. And for newer players who are coming in, you won't have noticed a difference because you wouldn't know any better. But alongside that, we do have a Tempest Harvest for salad, so a good time to re-farm up a lot of food items. I know that the Overlord Collab gave out that free Nazarick drink that you can farm, so that's really good for feeding up the Overlord Collab characters. But Salad Quest is good for getting all of your other characters' bond levels and XP up and high. Now, the other thing that we have to talk about actually was kind of shadow dropped. It was in a data mine, but I didn't know when it was coming, so I didn't make a video on it, and now it has arrived. So if we go into the Flashback shop, there are 2 new items that you can purchase. One for 1.25 million Flashback crystals, and one for the low price of 750,000 crystals. And I currently have 771. So 1.2, I'm going to take a little bit longer. But if you buy these with your accumulated Flashback crystals, it will enable you to purchase a few different things, all in one bundle. Hold, please. Sorry, heard a weird sound outside. Anyways, so by buying either the 750,000 or the 1.25 million, you are able to select a few things. So if you buy that 1.5 or 1.25 million Flashback crystal, it gives you 5 of these little books, which is the Visions of Coleus tie-in. It's like the back and front covers of the Blu-ray editions. And it allows you to buy a number of things that look kind of cool, can be cool. So the front cover, front cover, front cover, front cover, front cover. That's why it gives you 5 of those books. So you can buy this ticket, which is a Visions of Coleus bonus item, 5-star battle character free choice ticket. And then it allows you to get 1 copy each of Awakened gear specifically for JAUNE and BLANC. That is the 1.25 million version. The 750,000 version is is almost the same, right? Because you can buy 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. However, if we go back in and take a look, you only get 3 of these books, right? 5 of these books. So you'd have to buy this twice in order to buy out all of those 5 items that you can get using the front cover versus... Actually, I got it backwards. But you get 5 of these, you get 3 of these. And so you'd have to purchase the lower tier one twice in order to get both of the items that or all the items that are shown. Now, the BLANC and JAUNE gear are cool if you have BLANC and JAUNE. If you don't, then I wouldn't say it's useless because it is still super awakened gear, technically at your level 1. So you could put it on anybody, really, if you're a new player. It doesn't really matter. And you could benefit off of it until you pull BLANC and JAUNE and you lack strong awakened gear. And then you get this free choice ticket, which you can then use For any of these characters with the 398 days left on them, because as you can see, we've had this a few times. There's 186 days there, and there's still 186 days. So any of these characters with 398 days left over them are the characters you can pick with both of these selector tickets. So, in theory, you could buy you could buy two of these. Sorry, there's one left. So, you can get essentially 2 copies of a character. And these are not dupes. These are first-time characters. It's going to take you a fucking hot minute to get 2 million flashback crystals, minimum, to get both those copies. So it is something to work towards. Like, if you have nothing else to do with your event stamina at the end of every month when you're parallel processing and you've bought out the event shops like I have. So, I mean, if you go in here, I have nothing left to buy from this shop, so I've been feeding it all into flashback. This shop with the scrolls, I've been buying the Nazariq stuff, but I could buy flashback crystals as well. So at the end of every month, when you're just doing parallel processing just for the rewards, you could then put it into flashback crystals, buy the item eventually, and you can get a free dupe. These are all of the characters that have released leading up to EX characters. So all the way from Space 3.0, leading all the way back to the OG release units. And there are good units to buy in here, and there are not so good units to buy in here. If we kind of go back through, the better units to buy are generally going to be your support units that are orb changing and doing some kind of damage buff that you could put on a number of teams. So I would say that Dark Milim is a good pickup. I would say that Water Shuna is a good pickup. I would say that Trainee is a good pickup if you need a special convert for blues and you need to rush alt gauge for someone. She is fantastic. The hero, still one of the best units in the game, and they've now given her away for free through whatever means, like multiple times. But if you don't have the hero and you somehow have enough flashback crystal to buy her, then she would be a very good pickup for any new player. And then moving back down, we've got obviously the big 3. So we've got Dark Milim, we have Earth Milim, and we have Gazel, who are also good pickups, but they need dupes. So your very first copy of Gazel, Earth Milim, or Dark Milim are not going to do what you want them to do. But if you get dupes in them, and if you have all the characters that I talked about, and you're like, my Milim is 80, and I need it to be 84 so I can get trait, like, that could be a solid pickup for you if you don't really care about anybody else. Situationally, a lot of these units can still be decent if put in the right scenario, but I would say Dark Milim, Water Shuna, the Masked Hero are going to be some of your strongest pickups. Light Raphael could also be good. Light Lumi, if you cannot beat that Tempered Edge stage and you need someone to remove that stun resistance, that is Light Lumi's only job at this point, is to remove that 100% stun resistance. So she could also be a pickup if you need to clear that stage. Raphael is a good support and a DPS character. Violet is okay. Fire Shizu, Christmas Shizu is okay. Dark Shinsha is okay. So there are a lot of options in here. I can't go through and name all of them, but just know that it's going to take you a while to get enough flashback crystals to actually buy these 2 tickets to actually get these characters. So just something to work towards as you finish up every single metas month if you continue to keep playing. But that looks to be all of the new stuff. Again, we do have the next live stream coming in 31 hours from now as of recording this. So we will find out what the next meta is very, very early in the morning for me at 3 a.m. on Wednesday, the 28th. And then that meta will also drop on the 28th. So if we go to the banners right now, we can see that the Overlord banners and all these other stuff, they leave in 2 days. They leave on the 28th, and that is when the next meta will start, whatever meta that may end up being. So we'll have the live stream at 3 a.m., and then 12, 16 hours later, we will have the release of the next meta. So for me, 3 a.m. on Wednesday, live stream, and then 6 p.m. Wednesday night for me, we will be summoning for the new meta. So that's it for me, guys. Flashback items, something to work towards. Crucible reset, cool, fine, whatever. But I'm just looking forward to whatever Wednesday's going to bring. But that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.